The Welsh Rugby Union's pioneering School Club Hub initiative has been so successful in reaching its first term aims that the board has agreed to almost double the scale of the project. Plans for the expansion were recently unveiled at the Pierhead Building in Cardiff Bay.
It's very kind of the Deputy Minister to invite us here. I think we got a sense of his appetite and understanding of how sport, particularly a sport like rugby, can impact not just in terms of things on the field but off the field as well, in terms of health, education and the broader benefits. So statistically, obviously the figures speak for themselves, but I think it was really nice to get various parties here together, and it was a really positive day.
I must admit I had reservations beforehand. When I sort of saw it badged as a school club hub, I thought possibly the entire emphasis was on schools, but now having sort of learned more about it, also having spoken to clubs who are very much on board, because they're seeing more players playing in school, and therefore those players are getting enthused, and then what they want clubs to play at. So I think long-term investment for both school and club is fantastic.
This is a hugely important and successful project. It's helping thousands of young people get involved in rugby, not just therefore boosting their prospects in terms of employment and education attainment, but also in terms of their health and well-being. Crucially though, it's also making sure that there is a performance pathway for the elite game as well, bringing in new blood constantly into the game to make sure that Wales is able to produce the best rugby players that we possibly can.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be here where I am in my career without having the support in the school. I'm playing rugby there and in the college, so yeah, it's massively important. Quite really impressed and how much more kids have started playing rugby over the last year since they've started this, and yeah, it's only going to be a good thing for the national team in the future.
There's a lovely story which I heard the other day in terms of our national partnerships manager. We sit on the interview for hub officers, and the school head teacher, when they were looking through prospective CVs, they said, what sort of person do you want? He said, I don't want a rugby coach, I want Coach Carter, I want a life coach. And that's really the broader purpose of what we're doing here. We've now built a system in which I suppose that some of the skill shortage which we have along the pathway is being worked on vigorously. And now if Rob or some of the senior international coaches want to elicit change across tens of thousands of children in a matter of days, if not a week or so, we're building the system that we can do that. And so I think it's very, very exciting.
Every day this person is there, and their primary responsibility is rugby. They don't have to worry about teaching, sort of other lessons. They don't have to worry about doing reports. They don't have registration classes. So I just think it gives a focus for someone to just concentrate on rugby and then just not worry about other things, within the school day. Our pupils are currently out on the front lawn and they throw in rugby balls around instead of footballs. Lots of them have gone into a latter stage of a sort of Welsh competition with the Pontypridd schools. They're thoroughly into it. I think the behaviour of certain individuals has improved because they're very interested in rugby, and I think our school, boys who played rugby, I think their behaviour has benefited over the years, and some of the boys who would have maybe been naughty boys years ago have actually become good kids because they've got something to strive for. They become disciplined, they work on their fitness, and they're dedicated to the sport. So I think it's given many benefits.
Rugby is uniquely inspiring in the sense that it's within our DNA in Wales, and I think having that captive audience in schools makes it really valuable for rugby to become part and parcel of the school environment.
Very grateful for the support of the Welsh Government as well, because I think they understand that this isn't just about producing future international rugby players. That's part of it, but I think there's a far wider agenda in terms of getting more people playing sport, and obviously rugby is a huge sport in Wales, and it's the health and education elements of taking part, and also I think in terms of developing people as individuals.